Let's discuss some specifics for Azure NetApp Files when deploying global file cache. As you know, Azure NetApp Files is an enterprise-grade storage platform, which is a designated service in Microsoft Azure. It basically runs, some of the NetApp hardware in their Azure data centers. In order to comply with some of the prerequisites of global file cache, using the service account from the core to the backend Azure NetApp File services, we need to enable backup policies on Azure NetApp Files. At the time of recording, this is a preview feature that needs to be enabled through an Azure PowerShell session. So what you can see in this overview is we're taking the Azure PowerShell commandlets and we're copy pasting them into our Azure PowerShell Cloud Shell. So the first command was to register for the feature to be available. And as you can see, the feature name is ANF Backup Operator. And now that after waiting a couple of minutes, I validated whether or not the feature has been turned on, I can validate that that's the case. What I need to do now, I need to make sure that this backup operator service account can be used as part of ANF's association with our Active Directory domain. And in order to do this, I just enabled the feature through PowerShell, and in my Active Directory connections under Azure NetApp Files configuration, when I edit the association with my existing domain, I can see a new backup policy user section being introduced. So if I click and I basically save the changes to my Active Directory connection, the backup operators group on the backend Azure NetApp Files platform now contains our service account. The next step to associate Azure NetApp Files backend with our core is by RDPing into our core and adding a new backend file server, which is a generic SMB server. We're going to strip all the shares and the pools and the information. We're just going to leave the NetBIOS, in this case FQDN, and we're going to add the association from the core to the backend. Once this is completed, the core will establish an SMB session on behalf of the end users at the edge using the service account that we've just provided. And this service account is now able to interface as a backup operator with the backend storage platform, Azure NetApp Files. For more information, consult our documentation or visit our website at cloud.netapp.com.